Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We are talking Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 4. Now, the ladies are still on the bus, and Kay says, I'm done with Stacey. And Stacey was like, yeah, because you don't like me. Listen, again, these are all grown women. We are all grown. We know when someone don't like us, all right? The only person lying is the person lying, all right? Because you feel it, come on, let's call a thing a thing. Then the ladies pulled up to Preakness looking amazing. I can't remember who outfit I love the most, but I want to say it was Wendy's. Kay gives all the ladies $20 as a participation trophy for a twerk contest to place a bet on the horses. And then Wendy and Giselle started talking about Angel lying about graduating college. Now, baby, I don't remember if she ever said she graduated. Did she ever say she graduated? And sometimes things happen. What's wrong with not graduating? I went to college. I never graduated. I know a lot of people that went to college and never graduated. Hell, ITTT. All right? DeVry University. All right, Everest. Wasn't that a college? Everest? You know what I'm saying? Like, please. I know a lot of people. What is it? College of Healthcare Profession. Okay. Hell, CNA. I know some people that pay their last dues for the CNA. Massage therapy. Come on, baby. Listen. It happens. She went. Did she say she got a degree? Is she even doing work that requires her to have one? Hell, the people I know who got a degree ain't even using it. Ain't even working in the field that they got the degree in. My man got a whole degree and he work in a whole completely different field. Anyways, me personally, I don't put a lot on that degree. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what type of degree it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Because again, a lot of people don't even use it and they went into a lot of debt. Sally Mae still calling. Sally Mae still calling. Maybe Sally Mae ain't calling Angel no more. Maybe they not calling Angel. Then they head to the bar. Ashley, gets hit on while they trying to get a little something to eat or whatever and whatnot. To be honest, I don't think, was that a black man that hit on Ashley, right? I believe Caucasian is Ashley type. I think Ashley like a Caucasian. This just what she liked. It's her type. I don't. Have we ever seen Ashley date a black man on the show? Don't get me wrong. Josh look a little biracial. He looks a little biracial, like how Ashley look. But Ashley like the Caucasians. Wasn't that man chocolate? I don't think that was Ashley type. You know what I'm saying? She might, bounce wow. But I don't think Ashley would take that seat. That's not Ashley type. We see Ashley type. I never seen the Love Island, but they showed a picture in this show about the Caucasian that she was with there. So it looked like she like a senior citizen Caucasian. She like a seasoned Caucasian. That's Ashley type. That's where she comfortable playing at. So that's what we need to get her. Ashley, isn't it like a seniors plus dating website you could go on? I'm just saying, I'm for real. I think it's called like Sexy Seniors or something like that. Like, play on that site because that's what you attract. Matter of fact, it's a site for billionaires, right? I believe. I haven't checked it in some time, but I believe it's a couple $100 a month for this membership. You definitely have to put out some photographs. It could be however you want to. The classier and the more expensive you are, the more you covered up. I'm pretty sure you know all of this, Ashley. I'm pretty sure. You know what? Get your own man, girl. You got this. But for the other people who's looking, yeah, it's a website, a dating website. Actually, I'm sorry, I said billionaires. It's for millionaires. It's for millionaires. I forgot the name of the website, but it is definitely out there. And last time I checked, which was like a little over 10 years ago, it was, I'm sorry, a little less than 10 years. Probably right after 10 years. Yeah, right after 10 years. It was like $100 and some a month. I'm pretty sure it went up now. But yeah, last time I checked, about 10 years ago, it was like $100 a month, and it was a millionaire website. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just, if you wanna. Anyways, so Stacey put the $20 in her purse, baby. She said, I ain't about to place no bet. I'm just gonna use this and, you know, maybe tip the valet later or something like that. And then Stacey asked Giselle at the table, you know, Giselle, do you have a boyfriend? And Giselle says she's single. But Angel says she got a man for her. And everybody knows Giselle type. Giselle type, no lie. Giselle type is a lot of ladies type. All right? Tall, dark, handsome, chocolate. Me personally, I love. That was sexy. I like that. It was sexy to me, okay? I love a big, tall chocolate. I mean, chocolate. Man. I mean, like 6 foot, 6'2", 6 something. You know, I like it like that. At least 220 pounds plus. I really want 250, if I'm really being honest with you. I want it to look like when you see him, that you know he played on the football team, defensive lineman. I believe I think that's the position, defensive tackle. He was on something defensive. Okay, he was one of those that, yeah. I want somebody to literally like think he's my bodyguard on payroll when we walk in together. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody that I can hide behind. You can't even see me. I got that with my man, but you can't even see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? No lie. And I told him this. I was like, babe, I honestly feel like I am walking with like a real live bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that even with people trying to talk or address us, I don't even speak. I don't make eye contact, kind of like a pimp with his hoe. I'm not saying he my pimp and I'm his hoe. I'm just using that analogy. I'm just using, like, okay, baby, he ain't talking to me. Nobody's talking to me. I don't care what it is. We could be outside. They be like, what kind of dog is that? I ain't even got to order my food. I tell him what I'm having. Okay? When I'm serious. I'm serious. Okay? I'm serious. And you know what? We're not even going to go at it. But the point I'm trying to make is everybody like that type of man. That beat, chocolate. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know that's Giselle type. Baby, that's my mama type. That's my Amy type. That's my cousin type. When I tell you, that's a lot of people type. Ask a woman what she want. I want somebody that's tall, dark, and handsome. You can ask every, like, race. They still going to give the same, like, verbiage of how they describe it. I want somebody tall, dark, and handsome. They've been using that since back in the day. Okay, come on now. Everybody like that type of man. It seems like everybody know that's Giselle's type. Everybody know. Ashley then speaks on Tia and thinking what she did was rude when she called to invite the other ladies, like in front of her, but not her. And it was rude. It was rude, Ashley. And she was like, baby, it was very, you know, like, it wasn't that serious, very tongue-in-cheek. And she was like, what does that mean? Meaning it wasn't that serious, girl, let it go. Like, what are you not getting? First of all, yes, get her all the way together. Get her all the way together. Because I don't like when people be trying to, like, put 20 on 10 and make something not what it is. It's like you chose to go there. Why people always choose the negative first? Why people can't just give people grades or the benefit of the doubt? Especially because you don't know me, I don't know you. We're trying to get to know each other. You don't know my humor, I don't know your humor. You don't know my personality, I don't know your personality. How come grace is never given? How come people always choose to go negative? I never choose to go negative first. I always choose to be optimistic and see the light. Like, why people always go negative? It was rude because you probably knew that I was there and you invited everybody there except for me. I mean, I get it because I don't know you either, and I probably, but I wouldn't have did the same thing. Me personally, Tia was probably saying I was expecting you to be a little bit more classy. Like, if you knew I was there and you knew I wasn't on the invitation list, then maybe you should have called Giselle or Angel back. Maybe you should have then put it in a group text message. It's multiple ways you could have sent that invite, Ashley, especially if I was not invited. Just saying. Just saying. I agree. It was rude. Baby, she said, baby, keep up. She said, I'm actually quite disappointed because Giselle said we was going to be ladies. You haven't even gave me a bump pinch. You haven't even touched me on the ass. You never even gave me so much as a yes, girl. You never gave me none of that. I thought we was going to be vibing, and this is what you pick on? Chill. Babe, that's what I'm saying. You can tell when people above that childish BS. Jazzy then joins the group, and she came in and she spoke to everyone. She also gives like an update on her life. Didn't she say they was married but they're in counseling? Baby, I would need to be. I would need to be in counseling before, during, and after. Honey, listen, let me tell you something. I only dated one dude with a kid. Okay, I only dated one dude with a kid. I've never been with nobody that had kids on me, however, but I have been friends with people who dudes had 2 kids on her. You know what I'm saying? And she still stay. And she ain't even married. Don't got no ring, don't got nothing. So I know certain women, who would. This is no judgment. We're not judging. I know some women who would stay in those type of situations. I know some women who would leave those type of situations. She chose to stay, and she is getting the help that her and her family needs. Let's just pray for them. Let's just pray. They getting the help that they need. At least they getting the help. And as long as you do the work, any counseling, you remember I told you about this. You can go to counseling all you want, but you gotta do the work. As long as they do the work, they will prevail. Maybe some things had happened, and stuff before her. Maybe they was on a break. Maybe he did cheat. You know what I'm saying? And he was just careless because he wasn't using no condoms, girl. I hope he didn't bring you back no STDs. That's the first thing I used to do when I found out somebody cheated on me. I would go get an STD check because I know you're not being responsible and you're putting my life at risk. I did that every single time. Every single time. Just saying. So, yeah, you could tell because, it's receipts of kids that he was having unprotected sex. And I feel like those were just the 2 he got caught with because it resulted in a baby. That don't mean it wasn't multiple women. Please, I hope you got... I'm just saying, I hope you got tested. That's all I'm saying. The ladies then go and watch some of the races, and Wendy did win $5 after she placed her bet on her horse. Ashley then asked Kay, do you have a problem with Jazzy? And Kay was like, yeah, I heard some things. So they then called Jazzy over and said it in front of all the ladies, hey, what's your problem with her? So she responded, Wendy, you told me Stacey and Jazzy got an issue with me. So everybody's looking to Wendy for a response, and she was like, hold on, wait. The first lady is coming. Let's, be in the moment, please. They go over. They pay their respects. She didn't want to be on camera, which understandable. Understandable. She probably feel like, you know, the show is not a good look for her. A lady in office, and she's probably right. Okay, optics. Just saying. Just saying. Michelle didn't even admit that she liked the shows till after she got out of office. Sometimes you gotta just, you know, just, okay? So they go back, and then Wendy then explained what happened when her and Jazzy was on the phone. And I'm not gonna lie, I agree with Jazzy. Jazzy was like, okay, so it was basically Wendy being messy and making an issue that wasn't even there, because that's not what I was on. That's not how I felt. That's not how I said it. She just put like a 20 on 10 or whatever and whatnot. And Kay was like, you ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. And Jazzy was like, listen, okay, I know you going through a lot with Greg right now, but I don't want you to take it out on me. Listen, y'all know women are sensitive about their men. Y'all better listen. I don't know if y'all know this, but let me just say this for the record. Bringing up somebody's man is a low blow. I don't care in what capacity you try to put it in. Sis on the receiving end is always going to take it as a low blow. Y'all know we are sensitive about our men. We are very, very sensitive about our men. That's like you can't bring up our men, our kids, and our mama. Keep it at me. You got a problem with me? Keep it at me. You ain't got to bring my man in the seat. Because that's a low blow. Trust me, low blow. Keep it on me. You got an issue with me? Keep it with me. Please do not bring up my kids. Please do not bring up my spouse. Please do not bring up my mama. Please. Please. Got an issue with me? Keep it with me. Don't bring them up. Don't bring them up. Don't bring them up. Don't bring them up. So, Kay says, you going through a lot. You married a man that had 2 kids on you. I mean, you know. Again, she talked about the man first. So she had to respond, and I was like, damn. And then Jazzy said, Kay, you're sad. I would be mad too if all I got was a condo her man ain't even paying for. I was like, shit, ladies. Ooh. Baby, they going low. And then my thing is this. I hope y'all peeping game about how y'all know each other's business. Y'all don't talk. Who is that mutual person? Who is that mutual person? Gang. If A, B, and C are going out and A and C only has B as that mutual friend, but for some reason C don't like A, what you saying? Like, how do C know A business? The only mutual friend we have is B. That's the only mutual friend we have. Me and you don't talk. We don't speak. So how you know about the condo? How you know he ain't paying? How you know this? B must have told C my business. Just saying. Sometimes if somebody don't like you and you feel as though like, oh my God, I don't know, like we don't even talk. We don't even hang out. She don't really know nothing about me not to have an issue with me. I'm in confusion. It's because that mutual friend said something to her. It's because that mutual friend said something to her and she just taking what that friend said as Bible and just gonna run with it. And just gonna run with it. They don't need to hear your part because her loyalty is to B. It's not to you, A. She don't even know you, A. It's to B. Y'all, peep game. Listen, peep game. I see. Trust me. Trust me. I don't care what they say. B is telling all your motherfucking business. B is telling all your business. Probably put B is starting stuff. B ain't no friend. That's all I'm saying. B ain't no friend, because B would never tell C something when she know C don't like you. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna go ahead and move on. So the ladies start packing for the trip. 2 days later, they start arriving at the airport, and they arrive safely in Nevis, or is it Neves? It's Neves. Is it Neves? Neves. And they go on the boat to get a drink, eat, and meet, and like be merry. Ashley asks, do any of the girls do they have anything they want to accomplish on the trip? And Angel was like, yeah, like I want everyone to get to know me, and I want to get to know everyone. And Stacey says in her confessional, when she called to welcome Angel in the group, she received a lukewarm reception. That's crazy, because Angel is always, she touched on like, oh my God, I don't feel received in the group. And somebody tried to receive you, and you didn't want to hear what sis had to say. Giselle also announced that she has a surprise bachelorette party planned for Jazzy, and the ladies are ready to board except Miss Angel, because they don't allow camouflage. She did not read the memo. All right, she didn't read. She didn't even skim through it or whatever. She probably wasn't even thinking about it. That's it. But luckily for her, Tia has some extra room in her suitcase, so Angel put her bag inside the suitcase. Then we started talking about balls. And Wendy asked Stacey, does she suck balls? And Stacey said no. And am I supposed to do that? And they was like, why not? Like, if you dare now, you know, go on, give him a little lick. Go on, give him a little lick tuck. You know, a little pull. You know what I'm saying? Go on, massage it. Go on, massage it. Like, girl, what? I didn't even know that was... Yes, that's a package deal. You got to do the two friends. You got to do the two friends, Stacey. You got to get all up in there. Why not? They love it. You got to... Listen, I can't do no class right now, okay? I can't do no class right now. I don't even know if my man would want me to do that, okay? I don't even know if I would want to do that, because then y'all gonna be knowing all my business, okay? So we're gonna just move on. But yes, it's a package deal. If you don't hit them, better hit them balls too, all right? Hit them balls too, okay? Now the ladies board the boat, and it's also Wendy's birthday. Giselle starts to be messy and say how Angel and Kay didn't want Jazzy on the trip. And Angel was like, I never said not to bring Jazzy. I just said, bring Sharice. That's fun. Listen, that's all I got from it. I don't know how you got that from that. See, that's what I'm saying. People be trying to look for problems. Just because I said, hey, invite this person, that doesn't take away from the fact that this other person was invited. I was just saying, hey, why not invite this person too? Should I have said in addition? Like, should I have changed my verbiage? Come on, stop it. I just said, hey, bring this person. She's fun. I like her. We know each other. Bring her. That didn't mean I didn't want Jazzy to come. I'm just saying bring her too. That's all I'm saying. That's what I got from it. That's what I got from it. Kay then says, the problem is I'm not fake. So Jazzy say, well, if you're not fake, then say what you had to say about Wendy. What did you have to say about Wendy? Why does it seem like somebody is always having a conversation about Wendy? Because you cannot tell me that Angel and Kay haven't had side conversations about Wendy. You can't tell me that Giselle and Robin haven't had side conversations about Wendy. We already seen during the season, a couple seasons ago, what Karen had to say about Wendy. You know, Ashley was reaching for an issue about Wendy because she didn't like the fact that she called old boy John Harlow or Jake Harlow. I don't even know Harlow name, that person. You know, him. Is it Jake? John? Him, Jack. I don't know. But him. You got offended by that? That was a compliment. That was a compliment. I would have... Child, you see what I'm saying? People looking for issues. Damn, Wendy, what are you doing to these people behind the scenes? Why it seem like nobody like you, sis? What is going on that we don't see on this screen? Because to be honest, to me, you ain't that intimidating. I don't care which 18 degrees. You is not intimidating. I know big words too. I just choose ebonics. I like ebonics. I know how to navigate during certain areas I'm in. You know what I'm saying? If it calls for me, but baby, I can be my authentic self. People resonate with me because I'm my authentic self. Wendy, do you put on? Do you put on? Anyway, she said that they talked behind her back, 6+ months ago. It was 6+ months ago. And Wendy says she's hurt because she wasn't even aware of the problem. Girl, we never are. Y'all, no lie. One of my last jobs, when I tell you I was so nice to this person, as this other manager, that I didn't even know she had an issue with me. I did not know until after she got fired that this girl was talking about me every day behind my back. And what's so crazy, y'all, I was giving sis free food. She was coming to me talking about, listen, can you come me some lunch until payday next week? And baby, never paid, never nothing next week. Baby, I was giving this lady, and when I tell you this lady got a good 10, 15 years on me, no lie. I was giving this lady, she's supposed to be a mother figure. This lady is dogging me out behind my back for months. Same time in my face, smiling, asking me for food. For food, y'all. Yes, you are always the last person to know when somebody don't like you, especially when your intentions are pure. Like, what? I couldn't believe it. And when I tell you, me and sis, we don't even work together. We don't even work together. Why would, what? We know we not in the same department. You literally would have to take like a 4-minute walk to get to my office. You're on the other side of the building. What? We don't even know each other. The only time we see each other is literally, I promise you, it's probably at most an hour a day when we did work together for our morning meetings. We would be in there for up to an hour. So at most an hour a day. And that's just me giving the update on my department while you give the update on yours. That's it. So you mean to tell me, while I'm giving my little update in the morning that takes maybe a minute or less, that has you created whatever problem you had with me. And then they couldn't even pinpoint. They was like, since day one, we don't even know what it is. We went out to lunch. We was like, hey, what do you think about the new girl? And she just started going in. We don't know what happened. I mean, did y'all know each other prior? I was like, no. I don't even know, sis. Why didn't she like me? All I said was, hi. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. They was like, yeah. And she think your personality is fake. Because nobody is that happy all the time, every day. What? How miserable are you when you feel like me being happy is me putting on? Like, I am. I'm sorry. This is my bubbly personality. And she didn't like when you did the accent. Why? Because that bitch can't do it. I've noticed people that don't like when I do my accent is because they can't do it. They can't do it and they wish they could. Please, baby, get off of my line. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Ooh, people like that is like scary to me. Like, how you, what? And I'm the last to know. And y'all hoes only tell me because sis ain't here no more. And y'all knew the whole time and y'all didn't even tell me. Wow. Just wow. So you can't tell me you didn't enjoy that amusement. You can't tell me you didn't enjoy hear whatever it was she got to say, because did you even defend me in that matter? Because you damn sure didn't give me a hands up. Just saying. Just saying. So, give me a second, y'all. Then Wendy goes on to say, Jazzy was offended by Angel because she said her husband started for 10 years. I didn't see anything wrong with that. Like, a fact is a fact. A stat is a stat. Was I not supposed to say my husband started? Was I just supposed to say, you know, hey, oh, my husband played for the Denver Broncos for 10 years. If he started, he started. If your husband is the principal, why wouldn't you say that? If your husband is this, if he's in a supercilious position, why wouldn't I say that? If my husband is a doctor, I'm going to be like, yeah, my husband graduated from there when he was getting his doctorate. That does not take away from the fact that you got your bachelor's or your master's or whatever. If my husband started, that's a big fucking thing. That's a huge accomplishment. I want my man to say, yes, she's an award-winning. That's what I am. I'm an award-winning bartender. Why wouldn't I want you to say that? That doesn't take effect that your friend don't bartend. I'm award-winning. Why can't I get my props? A stat is a stat. A fact is a fact. Why can't I get it? When they announce celebrities, they say Grammy award-winning, Emmy award-winning. Why wouldn't you give me my things? Those are my things. Give me my things. It shouldn't offend you. If my man started and yours is on the bench, so what? So what? You still getting a check. You still getting a check. You still get a damn participation trophy. We all get a ring. Whether you're on the bench or not, we all get a ring. If my man starting, baby, my man starting. DC. If my man the MVP of the team, he the MVP of the team. DC. Because it's true. Fact is a fact. Stat is a stat. Shit. Me speaking on my husband's accomplishment doesn't take away from yours. I'm just saying. Just saying. So, hold on. Dang it, why I keep losing my place? I ain't even touching this phone. I ain't even touching it, and it just keeps moving my spot. What is wrong with you? Stacey then asked Angel directly, is it a struggle for you to have a friendship with others that may not involve Kay? And that was a great question, Stacey. Angel said yes, she wants to get to know all the ladies and she wants the ladies to know her. The ladies then get off the yacht and they arrive to this beautiful island, greeted with drinks. Loved it. They get in a golf cart and they head to the villa. So Ashley and Giselle talking about how Angel doesn't look like herself in this photo. Now, is it me? But when they kept showing those photos of Angel, they kept showing an Angel and Tia. They wasn't showing like a real live or a different photo of Angel. Why wasn't it two photos of Angel if they wanted us to compare what she really looked like versus the filter? Why was they showing Angel and Tia? Like, I know they didn't get, baby, these black women don't look alike. Those were two different women, right? I'm not tripping. The villas look amazing. Giselle assigns the rooms and dismisses all the ladies. Now, all the ladies are getting in their rooms and everyone has personalized notes, robes, and makeup bags except Stacey. And I thought that was absolutely disgusting. That was bullying. And I did not like that. And I'm sick of y'all treating Stacey like this. I am sick of y'all treating Stacey like this. No notes, no embroidery, no initials. Like, Giselle, you are a disgraceful person. Now, in the room, Angel and Kay asked about the boat. Angel also says, like, you know, how it was being on a boat ride or whatever. And Angel also says, like, you know, Wendy didn't speak to her and she didn't like it. Didn't production roll camera back and seen that everybody spoke to Angel and she was like, nobody greeted me? Didn't they show she getting spoke to? Like, what is going on? Why are y'all looking for issues? Why do people be looking for issues to have? with people. I feel like when that happens, you're really miserable. You're miserable and you're trying to bring it over here. Like, what's up? It's misdirected, baby. What's going on? What is truly your issue with me? So day one, while they're in Nevis and the ladies are getting ready for dinner, Tia called her kids and her son was too funny. It was too funny. Talk about, I mean, they making me do dishes. I don't want to be here. I don't like this family. I want to get adopted. And Tia was like, baby, please try not to get adopted before I come back, because I would miss you just too much. And I feel like that was too cute, because I would do the same thing with my child, for sure. For sure. Wendy looks amazing in this blue dress she has on. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And while they're at dinner, Stacey asked Kay if her and Greg was back together, because, you know, we don't talk. And Kay said, yeah, we're back together. And we did speak over the phone, I mean, on the plane earlier when you asked me about Angel. And Angel immediately gets defensive again. Okay. People just can never have no grace and just chill. And Angel was like, you ain't got to talk to her about me. Anything you want to say about me, you can say it to me. You can. Stacey was like, baby, it wasn't even like that. It wasn't even like that. Like, I was just saying, how is she adjusting to the group? Dang. Tia says, the only person I really don't see talking is Angel and Wendy. And Wendy straight up says, listen, I don't talk to you because you go out of your way to weaponize everything I say, so I'm good on you. Girl, I'm glad you see it and you call a thing a thing. Baby, I said the same thing. I've noticed that several times, like, dang, how did that what? All I did was ask if they got life insurance. How does that equate to me saying, I wish he would die? What? So trust me, I get it. So I'm good on you. We good on just high and by. We good on just high and by. I really don't even want to hug you. I don't want to kiss you. I don't even want to eat your food. We good on high and by. All right? Especially if you constantly trying to pick an issue with me. Hell, I could just be sitting here silent. Look at her. The whole time she had a smug attitude on I'm just chilling. I'm literally like reciting lyrics to Today Was a Fairy Tale by Taylor Swift in my mind. I'm not even worried about you. I didn't even hear what y'all been talking about. I'm talking to my other personalities in my head. What are you talking? What? This is just my face. This is just my face. So Giselle asked Angel, is she excited to be in the group? And she was like, yeah, but I'm more reserved. You know, it's hard to connect with someone new for me. But now I'm starting to open up. So Giselle asks, well, can we talk about social media? Because the photo of you that I saw on your page, it did not look like you. It looked like two different women. And I'm thinking you're probably photoshopping your picture and over filtering it. And she denied it. She was like, no, I'm not doing it. That's just an old picture. Then Angel in her confessional says how she doesn't like that some of the girls are laughing with Giselle about this, especially the one who ran and got their body done to look like a permanent IG filter. Again, you see how it's only directed at Wendy? You got other ladies at the table. Is Giselle the main one saying it? But your beef is with Wendy. And I'm glad that Wendy calls out the difference between the energy Angel gives Wendy versus the energy she gives the other ladies. And Wendy is 100% right, y'all. She's 100% right. I keep telling y'all, energy never tells you no tales. Energy never lies. You can try to gaslight a person and be like, oh yeah, I like you, but the truth always ends up showing up in the end. It always shows up in the end. You mean to tell me it's always negative? You have nothing positive to say? Nothing. Nothing. Not even one thing. It's always negative. It's always a child, baby, just leave. Leave that relationship. Leave that friendship, baby. Trust me, it is divine protection. You don't need nothing that's gonna drain you and suck your energy dry. You don't need no leech. You don't need that. If they constantly looking for something bad and something wrong you did, baby, that's not your tribe. That's not your tribe. That's not your tribe. Wendy always point on Oh, Wendy also makes a point on what was said last week by her saying, do you even like this lady? You remember I told y'all that last week on my recap. It shows indirectly that y'all have had side conversations about her, and y'all know she don't like her. You know. And Giselle agrees. They try to downplay, what did that show? What did that? Yes, that's exactly what it showed. That's exactly what it shows. Stop playing. Stop. Don't insult my intelligence. You're not going to do that either. You're not going to play in my face and then insult my intelligence, because I clearly see what the fuck is going on. And so Wendy asked Giselle, like, okay, so since we speaking on everything, why didn't you personalize a role for Stacey? And Giselle say, because I don't know you, Stacey. I don't know you. Girl, please, you know her name is Stacey. You know her name is Stacey. You just think, what? She's being inauthentic like how you was when you brought Pastor Holy Whore on? So you can do it. You could play in our face, Giselle, but Stacey can't. And what, you haze her? This is what you do? Miss former First Lady? Ain't you like 50? Just saying. So Stacey was like, baby, we don't even know you. What about your man? What about your man? And then Giselle is like, mom's the word. Well, that ain't my man. We just dated. And then why is Ashley telling the story? Why you not telling your own story, Giselle, about your man? And then Jazzy asks, well, since we talking about football players, who have all dated NFL players? And then I think they said like majority of the people at the table, which leads Ashley to ask Stacey about Chris Samuels. But honestly, she can't even get Chris' name out because Wendy keeps screaming. Like, Wendy, stop it. I want to hear the question. So we're going to pick back up on that next episode. How did y'all like this episode? I want to hear down below. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.